I grew up in a trailer on the top of a mountain in rural West Virginia. Every winter, the roof of the lean-to shack would crack and pop under the weight from the average 22 inches of a Nicholas County snowfall. The old wood stove was never properly fitted at the top, causing flames to shoot out and streak overhead every time a log was thrown on, as orange and blue blazes would dance perilously close to the pink panther fluffs of insulation that hung from the sagging ceiling above. When spring came, it would rain just as hard inside as out, and the smell of mildew would hang thick in the air long past the end of summer, clinging to your clothes and your very dignity. Either way, and particulars aside, what I most need you to know right now is this. My life, my story, and everything else I have to tell you from here on out, it always started with dirt. My dad is a West Virginia logger, like the 8 generations of loggers in our family before him who answered the siren call of the West Virginia woods. As hauntingly beautiful as they are deadly, to send someone you love out into their grasp each day is to never know if they are actually coming home. And for my dad, who started working in the woods when he was only 12 years old, there was never any question for him that this legacy of labor ended with me, that I would have the chance to go out and make a life and a living doing this thing I loved. Eventually, I would go on to be the first in my family to go to college. The personal statement that I would write about growing up in that trailer, the very roots that I thought would keep me chained where I was, instead became the very thing God used to open the door to me being accepted to Yale Law School. But this is not a story about happy endings and oh, the places you'll go. It's about the messy middle and the dirt we are born into. It's about digging in when you want to give up. It's about the walls that divide us and the wounds that stitch us back together again. This is for anyone who has ever walked out into the world and felt like their scars were still on display for everyone to see. For those who feel forgotten and set aside, raw with nerve endings still burning from the memory of the stories we survived and have tried so hard to hide. For every one of us who can feel the grit of dirt under our fingernails no matter how long it has been since we last dug our way knee-deep out of the mud. For anyone who can't help but imagine the smell of trailer mildew mixed with dollar store vanilla perfume, this story is for you. This story is for me too. Mixed with warmth, wit, humor, and the bittersweet, sometimes achingly heartbreaking places we go when we choose to lean into the dirt we come from, dirt is the story of healing. This story is one of remembering our roots, while at the same time turning our faces to the sky, of growing for something more than just ourselves. And one day, when we get to where it is that we're going, we'll look back and realize we didn't get there despite these stories we bear. It was always because of them, and it always started with dirt. More than anything, when you get to the last word and long after you leave your desk today, I hope you'll remember the girl in the trailer. Above all, this story is for her. You gotta see better.